Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for this special edition of our Good to Know series. Today, we're going to be talking about teaming up with local agencies to help with a face mask project for an immediate need in our community. And today, I'm joined by our Chief Mission Officer, Brooke Grossman, by the Executive Director of the ARC of Washington County, Troy Van Scoy, and President and CEO of the Community Action Council, Jordy Newman. So welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here.
Morning.
Thank you for having me.
Morning. Brooke, can you go ahead and give us a little bit of background on this partnership and the overall goal for the face mask project?
Sure. So we're so excited to be able to partner with the ARC. I think that thank God for technology right now. We were working on meeting some of our internal mask needs here at Goodwill and saw a Facebook post actually that the ARC was working on a similar project and kind of reached out to see how we could come together and meet the needs both of our organizations and the community. So Goodwill has just made a drop off this morning of the cotton supplies to be used to cut for face masks. And our friends over at the ARC have agreed to cut those and start to package face mask kits that can be made at home, and we're going to then be recruiting volunteers to do that, and then they will come back to us to distribute both internally at our organizations and then to another other organizations, including the Sheriff's Office, the Community Action Agency, the City of Hagerstown, the Salvation Army, and the Homeless Outreach Team here in Washington County.
Thank you. Troy, can you tell us a little bit about the team that you've assembled at the ARC to prepare the volunteer packets of materials and just some of the safety measures that you've put in place for the volunteers and those picking up the materials?
Yeah, sure. So let me start by saying I appreciate you guys having us be part of this. We are extremely pleased to be part of the collaboration with Goodwill and others to try and get this done. It's a wonderful community project. So I think it's important first to understand that the ARC, provides supports to about 700 people throughout Washington County. We also employ 600 committed and compassionate team members. So early last week, we started to, after the governor came out and said he wanted all of the nursing home facilities to have PPE, we started a project to get surgical masks in all of our direct supports hands. We realized pretty quickly that the surgical masks would need to be replaced, and we didn't have the stock to do that. So we started a small project with just a couple of people to produce the cloth masks. That started with Missy McCrae, our director of maintenance, and Joan Jackson, our director of operations. That team started small on the first day, and it quickly grew to about 10 volunteers that were processing these masks, gathering materials. All of the volunteers that are in our location are given masks for safety and health. We've got a large enough location that there's appropriate space for social distancing, actually quite a bit more space than the 6 feet that's recommended. And we've got hand sanitizer and disinfectant for everybody that's working. All masks will be washed accordingly before they're distributed. And then for community volunteers, we have packaged packets with materials and directions on how to assemble and sew the masks. And community volunteers can drive by, grab their packet, and take it home. When the masks are completed, they can return the completed masks to us, and then they'll be coordinated and distributed. Just over the past 24 hours, we received several calls from community members, families, friends, church groups, local seamstresses, and others. It's our hope that we'll have masks available to all of our direct support staff and the 700 people that we support by midweek, and then also be able to work with Goodwill and first responders to make sure we're getting them the appropriate PPE as well.
That's great. It's great to see everyone coming together for that. Thank you so much.
Sure.
So Jordy, the CAC is also part of a big effort to help replace elastic bands on up to 8,000 face masks for the county's Emergency Operations Center. So can you tell us about that effort and then ultimately who those masks will be going to and the volunteer help that's needed to replace the elastic bands?
Certainly. Well, to your point, it's wonderful that there's so many organizations willing to partner with each other to make this necessary ask of the community happen. We have about 7,200 square feet on the second floor of our building that is not in use right now. And actually half of that is set up for a program we have with Goodwill to make handbags. So we already have sewing machines and materials present. We have plenty of room to keep volunteers spaced out. But the masks that we're going to be working on in particular right now are going to be for the Sheriff's Department and first responders. So they need to stay in the building and then they'll be transported directly back to the Sheriff's Department. So we do have ample space for volunteers, and we're really looking forward to being able to provide this service to the community.
That's great. And it sounds like there's certain shifts and certain days of the week where you're looking for volunteers to come in. Is that correct?
Yes, ideally we would have volunteers Monday through Friday between the hours of 9:30 and 2:30. We can adjust those if there is a group that wants to come in. We just need to have staff in the building for safety measures. We do have hand sanitizer and we are disinfecting the building twice a day, but for this particular project, we would, take special precautions.
That's great. This is a really big effort. And so again, it's really encouraging to see so many different agencies coming together and organizations to help. Is there anything else that you'd like to share about this project to make sure that people know as we get this out? I think we covered it all.
I think we did. I think it's just, again, really great to see how resilient we are as a community, right? And that we're all working together as organizations and community members to contribute during this, what is very scary time for everyone, right? To really reach out and let not only our first responders, but the 700 folks that are supported by the ARC and the custodial crews that are out there working, or the van drivers that are going out by the CAC, that we care and we recognize that they need to be safe while they're out there providing those vital services every day. So I think that's really kudos to everybody, both in this video room and also for this effort.
Carrie, I might just also add that much like CAC, there's two opportunities with the ARC. One is to come by, community members come by, get the materials and take it home and assemble the masks. But also Monday through Friday from 10 to 4, they're welcome to come to the ARC and work with our volunteer team assembling masks on site as well.
Great. Thank you so much. Again, we're excited to be a part of this, and we will definitely share contact information at the end of this video so that volunteers know where to go and who's available to help them with these different steps. So thank you, and I hope you each have a great day.
Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie.